Screw Attack G1 Submission.
When all the land is peaceful and there is no further to us at last, then comes a time for love, two hearts colliding into one great hymn. But there are winds foreboding and there is a dark storm that soon will pass. Kiss me, my love, then go. The time for valor has returned again. All through the night, keep marching on. Fighting through the darkness, all is evil, so we must press on. Friendship, fortune, battle, watch your backs now, take heed. Hey, 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 hey. Come back to me. Fighting through the darkness, all is evil, still we must press on. Flying toward the power that enslaves us, yet we are not done. Racing toward the climax of the battle, to return to love. Valiant gets the power, evil forces take heed.
Hey G1, SegaBoy7 here, and that video you just watched is the intro video to a game that's in a special collection that I own. And it all started out on a system that seemed to have gotten some bad press on the site lately. It all started out on this. The Sega. The first game in my collection is the original Lunar the Silver Star. Now, this game is a standard role-playing game, but was far ahead of its time, as it had full-motion video movies and talking sequences, which didn't even come into games like Final Fantasy till about the 9th or 10th game. So they really used the Sega CD for everything it was there for. And it's not just the game itself that's amazing, but it's like the whole package is complete art, as the CD itself is branded and it's got artwork on it compared to just the silver top that the Sega CD games were so used to back then. The second Lunar game in my collection is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue, also for the Sega CD. Everything in this game is about 10 times better than what it was in the first. The story, the characters, the movie sequences, the talking, everything is awesome in this game. Just like the first one, it also has an artwork top on its CD. The third game in my collection was a Japanese only, and it was for the Sega Game Gear. The translation is Lunar Walking School, and I can't really tell you much about this. I can play it on my Game Gear, but I can't read anything. I've only played a little bit, but it's pretty standard. It's more Phantasy Star type role-playing than the other two. Now to the fourth game comes Lunar the Silver Star Story Complete for the Sony PlayStation. GameWorks decided to remake the game, and as you can tell, it's been updated completely with PlayStation graphics, and also has tons of stuff like a hard cover instruction manual, and even a cloth map. If you haven't played this game, I strongly recommend it, as this one was a 90% remake of the original. You can still find it on eBay, but expect to pay about $100 or so for a complete version of the game. Next on our list is Lunar 2 Eternal Blue Complete, which, just like the Lunar the Silver Star Story Complete, is just a remake of the original Lunar 2, but it comes with a lot more stuff. The graphics, of course, are upgraded again. You have your booklet, music CD. This little container full of like little characters and a pendant of one of the main characters, and then the game itself. So there's a lot of little extras in here, and this one follows the storyline of the second game more closely than what Silver Star Story Complete did, where it was 90% remake. This one has minor changes here and there, but for the most part it's the exact same game. And then finally we have Lunar on the portable systems. We have the Japanese version of Lunar Legend, which is another remake of Lunar the Silver Star, which has some differences as well. I originally bought just the Japanese copy because it was originally supposed to not be released on in the US, but then later Ubisoft got the contract and released Lunar Legend on the Game Boy Advance in the US. Later, a few years later, we got a brand new Lunar chapter in the series. It was Lunar Genesis, which takes place before both games. Here's the Japanese copy, and then the American version, which is called Lunar Dragon Song. Now, these ones don't really fit in the series very well. To be honest, they're not even that great of a game. I just have them to go in my collection. And here's just the view of all the games I own in one section. It's a pretty big collection of just one series of games, and let alone, you know, a couple of the games that are just the same thing, just a different system. But it's still fun to have. Anyhow, that's my Lunar collection, and I only have a few more things to say. Go Flames go! And I'll leave you with this.
Magical thoughts, all things are real unless you dream they're not. In your dreams, love is the plot, carried on wings of hope. Each of our souls